by Fonsbeck. Foul on Bear River. 5:07 to play as Archibald with a twisting shot. Can't get it to go. Burnside loses it out of bounds, and it's going to stay here. Bear River's really picked up the intensity. See if Mountain Crest can match. Mountain Crest led most of the first half. Bear River's caught him here in the early going of the third. Now they're in a little trapping defense. Bone, three from the corner. Won't go, and a push on Lefevre. They're going the other way. That was an easy call. Lefevre had both hands in that Bear River Bears back. And Bear River with a 4-point lead and a chance to up that a little bit with 4:30 to play in the third. Fonsbeck, pull-up jumper, short, rebound, bounces out of the hands of Archibald and right to the Bears. Fonsbeck loses it for a minute, gets it back. Nice move as he goes right. Euro steps back to the middle. A lot of contact, no whistle. Fonsbeck late to get back. Archibald charge. We've seen a lot of offensive fouls tonight. So if you're a player, you have to keep that in mind. If you're charging hard down the lane, you may need to check yourself. Bear River got called for 3 offensive fouls in the second quarter, and there's one on Archibald. Midway through the third quarter, a 4-point Bear River lead. Down low to Litchford. Payne, he's been hot. He misses this one. Sneaking in for the rebound, though, is Lish. Fonsbeck, lean in, won't go. Free throws coming. And Burnside's going to pick up the foul, his third. And Fonsbeck 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Bear River with some good free throw shooting so far in this one. Fonsbeck's 4 for 4 on the night. He pushes it out to a 6-point lead for Bear River, their biggest of the game. Mountain Crest led at the break by a bucket. Willie, 3, won't go. Rebounded by Bone. He's triple teamed in the paint. Nathan Udy in the ball game now for Mountain Crest. Now we're going to get a reach-in foul on Bear River. It's going to be side out. That's on Lish, his second team foul on the Bears. Danger time for the Mustangs. They had an 11-point lead in the second, a 2-point lead at the half. Now they trail by 6 because they've only scored 4 points here in this third quarter. We got another foul on Lish. That's his third. That's the third team foul. Archibald, the Udy, fires it up and hits.
Nathan Udy with the basket.
Udy off the bench gets a bucket. And a whistle down low. That's on Andrus.
Fouls on number 23, Miles Andrus.
15 foul. Lots of whistles in this game. They've called it tight. Here's a walk. No, they're going to call a charge. So Huber put his head down, like literally right into Andrus's chest and bowled his way in there. He took too many steps, but there was a lot of contact first, and that's what they call. And Huber will go to the line for 2, where he is perfect on the night. 6 for 6. Seven for 7, 8 for 8 for Huber. He's got 13 points now. And it's back out to a 6-point advantage for the Bears as we creep up on that 3-minute mark. Baldwin has to climb the ladder for that pass from Udy. Gets it off to Archibald. Bone tries again. Got it again. Tanner Bone missed his first 2 of the quarter. Now he finds the range. He's got 22. Entry pass to Litchford. Archibald tries to draw the offensive foul, and Litchford just turns to his left and pops it up and in. Archibald's fouled by Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck going for the steal.
Fouls on number 4.
They say he got a piece of his arm. Payne will come back in. Marble's in the ball game for Bear River now. Coach Shaw's used 10 players. The other night he only had 5 players that scored. They're trying to get into that trap. They get into the post and pick it out to Bone. 3 ball. Got it! 7 3-pointers for Bone. And there's a miss on the other end. 25 points for Bone. And it's a 2-point Bear River lead. What a steal. Was that Lish or Payne? That was Payne. Nice steal on the other end and a layup by Marble. Three on the way, won't go by Willie. And Huber coming down the lane, spins to his right, leaves it short, rebounded by Bone. Four-point ball game. Bear River with the lead. Bone has heated up again. Udy has it knocked away by Marble, and they're going to call a foul on Marble.
Fouls on number 14, Marble.
1:20 to play in the third, 52-48. Bear River hanging on to that 4-point lead. Mountain Crest led by 2 at the half. Mustangs have led by as many as 11. Udy, open look for 3, too hard. Rebound tapped out by Archibald. Willie's got it. Long 3 by Bone, way too hard. Baldwin can't take it away from Fonsbeck. Pull up 3 by Huber, won't go, rebounded by Baldwin. Oh, Huber with grand theft right there. Huber to the rim, too hard. Follow, won't go. Huber just got off his steps. I think he expected some contact and he was bracing himself, got off his steps and was a little awkward going up for the layup. He knows it as you look at him. Baldwin, 3, rims around and out. Knocked out of bounds by Fonsbeck as Willie went for the rebound. Fonsbeck knocked it away and out of bounds. 27 seconds. Mountain Crest down by 4. Willie thought about the 3, but just for a minute. This one knocked away and out of bounds. Nope, he said no. Bear River didn't get a hand on it. That's the 10th turnover from Mountain Crest. Callister's going to replace Payne.
Callister in for the Bears.
So Bear River will have a chance to push their lead to 6, maybe even 7 to end the quarter. There's 13 seconds. Fonsbeck in the quarter. Callister's the 3-point shooter. He's got another one as he holds the pose. 6 seconds, 5. Baldwin. Boy, the Mustangs didn't know what time there was on the clock, and they just nonchalantly bring it up the court, and it's a 55-48 Bear River lead as we head to the 4th.
It's over? I thought you liked that I'm basic.
Wendy's Made to Crave chicken sandwiches taught me I could do better than basic. Upgrade from basic the barbecue chicken sandwich, avocado BLT chicken sandwich, and the sauce and bacon chicken sandwich. At Wendy's, we got you.
Back at Mountain Crest High School, Eric Olson along with you as we head for the fourth quarter. And a 7-point lead for Bear River. Mountain Crest led most of the first half by as many as 11 in that second quarter. Bear River trimmed it down to 2 at the half and then took the lead here from the second half early in the third quarter. Marshall Nethercott's been in foul trouble for Mountain Crest. He spent most of this game on the bench. He's got 4 points total. And Mountain Crest was outscored in the third, 21-12. Mountain Crest lost their first 5 games, then they beat Century, Idaho at the Preston tournament, and they've lost 6 in a row since. Nethercott's 18th in scoring in 4A. Again, you'll just see little stretches in a game where, and little things that happen where you're just like, hey, what are you doing? Like at the end of that quarter. They just nonchalantly throw the ball in and walk it up. There was 6.5 seconds left. They had plenty of time to get the ball across and get a decent look, but for whatever reason they didn't do it. Fonsbeck kicks it back out to Payne. As the Bears work it around the perimeter. Down they go to Litchford. Litchford double teamed. Huber, back it out, go to the rim, score it. Mark Huber's heated up here in this second half. He's got 15 points, and it's a 9-point lead for Bear River. Andrews, 3 on the way, got it.
3 points, Miles Andrews.
Mountain Crest needs to heat up in this fourth quarter like they did in the second quarter. 57-51, the Mustangs stay within striking distance, but Bear River's got lots of offensive weapons. They turn this one over. For Bear River, only their 6th turnover. No look pass, Willie kicks it back out to Nethercott. Nethercott has it slapped away by Lish, and then he has it taken away by Lefevre, and he's fouled by Fonsbeck. Guys diving all over the place.
Foul on number 4, Fonsbeck.
My goodness. 16 fouls for each team, so free throws the rest of the night. Cross-court pass to Nethercott. Nethercott leans in and scores. Nethercott with 6, and it's a 4-point Bear River lead. Plenty of time for the Mustangs. Bear River wants to keep some distance between themselves and Mountain Crest. Here's another turnover. The entry pass from Lish was just wide of Litchford. He had good position, and his man sealed. He didn't want to give up his spot, and it went wide of him and out of bounds. Bear River with 3 turnovers here early. That's their 8th of the ball game. Bone back in the game. Lefevre, offensive foul. He just headed for the paint, didn't know what he was going to do with it, ran over somebody. He's rung up. 12th turnover for Mountain Crest. 7 3-pointers for Tanner Bone. He's got 25 points. 57-53 Bear River. 5:45 to play in the ball game. Fonsbeck fires the long 3. Won't go, and it's rebounded by Lefevre as he tracks it down in the corner. Give it off to Andrus, and the Mustangs will try to dig into that lead a little bit. Lefevre thinks about the 3. Instead, he goes to the rim. Double clutch layup is good. Lefevre with 8. It's a 2-point game. 57-55 Bear River. Huber's open. Fire the 3. Looks good. is good.
Basket by Mark Huber.
18 for Huber. Cross-court pass, dangerous to Nethercott. He knocks it out of bounds, and they're going to say Bear River touched it last. Yeah, that's a tough pass. Along the baseline, all the way across court. Nethercott fouled, and he'll go to the line. Coach Kevin Anderson turns around and claps his hands together like, ah, because the basket didn't go. So Nethercott, 2 free throws. This is the first trip to the free throw line tonight for Mountain Crest. It comes with 4:54 to play in the basketball game, and it's the first free throw for the Mustangs. 21 free throws for Bear River. But that's just the way this game's been played. Bear River's been attacking the rim. 60-57. Bear River, down low they go to Litchford. Kicks it back to Lish. Leans in, won't go. Litchford with the rebound. Lish again. Now Litchford spins left. Shot good. 12 for Litchford. Right on his average. Andrus, 3, short. Rebound way out front to Payne. Fonsbeck, nice move, gets inside, misses, and the tap in by Huber. Huber with 7 here in the fourth. Bone, 3 ball, too hard. Rebound fought for by Nethercott, and he comes up with it. Down low, Bone leans in against Fonsbeck, won't go. Misses on the rebound, put back try. Lefevre misses, he'll go to the line. Is that on Litchford? His second. If it is,
Fouls on number 23,
it is.
Logan Litchford. Nick at the line shooting 2.
Lefevre misses the first. Marble will replace Payne. Payne has 6 points as he heads to the bench. Lefevre's second, uses every inch of the rim before it finally falls. 9 for Lefevre. It's a 6-point ball game. Bear River with the advantage. Lish looking for cutters. Now Litchford a long way from the basket. He cuts through. And Huber with it. Lefevre will check him. Marble playing with that wrap on his hand, on his right hand. Cutting through is Fonsbeck, and Bear River burning some time as we approach 3 minutes to play. Bear River with a 6-point lead, 64-58, a foul out front. Archibald with the hand check. For Archibald, that's his third. 1-1 for Fonsbeck, who's 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Fonsbeck hits them both. Bear River hasn't missed a free throw in the second, third, and fourth quarters as Nethercott against 3 defenders comes up short. And they've shot a lot of free throws from the second quarter on, and they haven't missed one. And that's why you shoot them in practice. It's an 8-point ball game. Mountain Crest had it down to 2. And it's a 6-0 run, and here's Nethercott with a reach in against Litchford, and for Nethercott, that's his 4th.
Fouls on number 40, Marshall Nethercott.
Payne comes in, and Marble will sit. Litchford in the 1-1. He misses. First miss in 3 quarters from the line for Bear River. Nethercott, his 3 is no good. Rims around and out. It looked like it was going to be off to the right. Coach Anderson, I don't think he'd necessarily like that shot. Huber to the rim. .22 now for Huber. He's got 9 in the 4th quarter. Nethercott's free underneath. Lay it up and in. Timeout, Mountain Crest. Nethercott with 6 here in this 4th quarter. He's got 10 for the game. 68-60 Bear River with 1:48 to play in the ball game. Mountain Crest has hung in there. They led most of the first half. They took a lead right around 10-8. Not the time, but the score. And then they held that lead till the 3rd quarter. Built it up by as many as 11 if you're just joining us, did Mountain Crest. Bear River just started chipping away at that 11-point lead, had it down to 2 at the half, and then took the lead on a 3-pointer early in the 3rd. Haven't looked back since. Mountain Crest has cut that lead down to a bucket on a couple of occasions here in this 2nd half. And it's 8 right now. .68-60. Coming up next for the Valley Channel Game of the Week. Yeah, we're Mountain Crest again next week as Skyview, the Bobcats, come in here. Our first look at the Bobcats. We've got Skyview 3 out of the last 4 weeks of the season, and they are by far, I think, the cream of the crop of Region 11. They were beating Ridgeline tonight at the half, 46-28. Bear River against a press looking to get it in. Mountain Crest is going to have to start fouling. After Skyview Mountain Crest, we see Ridgeline and Green Canyon to close out January. In Skyview Ridgeline, and then the last game of the season, Green Canyon at Skyview. The first round of playoffs are on the 21st. The next round will probably have a home team as well, so they have 2 playoff games for you here on the Valley Channel. As Fonsbeck misses the first, that's a rarity. It's his first miss. He was 6 for 6 before that. We'll have a chance to look at RPI here if we have a bunch of free throws down the stretch. Fonsbeck misses them both. So 3 misses in a row for Bear River after they hadn't missed for 2.5 quarters. Bone 3, too hard. Rebound Lefevre. Lefevre's fouled. Man, Lefevre's a scrapper. You watch him, and I mean this with all due respect, he's not one of these gliding, silky, smooth basketball players. He's a scrapper. He'll stick his nose in there, and he just seems to always be around the ball as Payne comes out. Giles back in. Giles, a 5'8" junior. Jarrett Giles. He's got 3 points in this game, and Lefevre to the line. Makes the first. Lefevre's got 10 points. Looking for another one to make it a 6-point ball game. With 1:33 to play in the game. Lefevre hits them both. He's got 11, and that's a 6-point game. see if Mountain Crest goes aggressively for a steal, and if they foul, it's okay. Nethercott, you don't want him fouling. He's got 4. Bear River gets it across the timeline, and it goes out of bounds. Mountain Crest basketball. Huber lost control of it. He just let it go because he saw his teammate down there along the baseline, but his teammate couldn't get to it, and it goes out of bounds. 9 turnovers for Bear River. Well, Mountain Crest is still breathing, down by 6 with 1:25 to play. And Tanner Bone has been a 3-point machine tonight. He's got 7 of them. You can bet Bear River is going to know where 13 is. Oh, Andrus loses control of it, and it goes out of bounds off of a Bear River defender's foot. They're going to put Lish right in Tanner Bone's jersey with him. Archibald to the rim. Archibald with the bucket. Archibald with his first bucket of the second half. It's an 8-point game. Timeout Mountain Crest. Or he has an 8-point game. It's a 4-point game here. The Mustangs take a timeout. So with the RPI, as we've done it this year, in high school football, basketball, baseball, a lot of the sports, everybody makes the playoffs now, and you're seeded based on a score that's calculated according to your wins and losses, your opponent's wins and losses, your opponent's wins and losses. The top 11 teams have a first-round bye in 4A. And in the top 5, you've got Skyview at number 1, Dixie, Hurricane, Ridgeline, and Cedar in your top 5. Other teams in Regional 11 that are in the mix, of course, it's all of them, but Bear River's number 8, and Green Canyon's number 11. So 4 teams would have a first-round bye if they all ended today. Logan is 15th, Mountain Crest is 21. So Logan would play at home in the first round. Mountain Crest would play on the road, and in the second round, the highest seeds have home games. So in that second round, if it stayed like this, Skyview and Ridgeline would probably have a home game for sure in that second round. And probably Bear River and likely Green Canyon. Here's some pressure in a 4-point game. Fonsbeck throws it in, and Litchford is fouled by Baldwin. Fouled hard by Baldwin. Litchford will go to the line for 2. Baldwin was going for the ball. I don't think he meant to whack him as hard as he did. Kind of swiping for the ball and ended up going around Litchford's neck. He's trying to just play through him. And Litchford will go to the line. He's missed his only free throw attempt. Actually, he's 1 for 3. Missed his only free throw attempt here in the 4th. Big one's coming. He misses. So Bear River's lived at the free throw line tonight. And until the second half of the 4th quarter, they couldn't miss. Now they've missed 4 in a row. Litchford makes the second calmly. 13 for Litchford. A 5-point game under a minute to play. Lefevre against Huber. Corner to Bone. Fires up a 3. Got it! It's a 2-point ball game. Tanner Bone with 28. 8 3-pointers. And they're chanting Tanner Bone here at Mountain Crest. The junior averages 5 points a game. He's got 28. He had 5 3-pointers and 17 points in the first half. He hasn't been quite as effective from the outside here in the second. That's his 3rd 3-pointer. He's missed a bunch, but he keeps on firing. He's got the green light. It's a 2-point ball game. That may change how Mountain Crest defends. They were trying to foul fairly early in the possession before. Let's see what they do now. Huber's got it, gives it back to Fonsbeck. Huber gets it across, he's got a lane and he doesn't take it. Bear River doesn't have to shoot. And Willie fouls Fonsbeck, who's going to go to the line with 10 points. He's 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He missed his last 2. He's missed 3 in a row. This is crazy. Just crazy. On paper, this should be a runaway for Bear River, but the Mustangs, the 3 ball is a great equalizer. Fonsbeck makes it a 3-point ball game. Lefevre across the timeline into the rim and lay it up and in. 1-point game. Lefevre with 13. And a quick foul on Bone. 70-69. Bear River. Fonsbeck will go to the free throw line. He's made 1 of his last 4, and you wonder if he really wanted to foul there. In a 1-point game, you could play aggressive, try for a steal, but they fouled quickly. And Fonsbeck now has found the range from the line. He's got 12 points, averages 15 a game. He's 13th in 4A in scoring. Hit them both. Big free throws for Ren Fonsbeck. 3-point ball game. Mustangs trail with 20 seconds to play. Lefevre kicks it out to Andrus for the tie. Too hard, rebounded by Lefevre. Archibald can't get it to go. Lefevre another board. Bone got it! We're tied! They're going nuts in Hiram. Tanner Bone just hit his 9th three-pointer of the night. He's got 31 points and ties it at 72 with 5.2 seconds left. Enough time for Bear River to get a decent shot. And if I'm the Bears, I put the ball in Huber's hands and say, go to work, big cat. I'm sure Mountain Crest will have something to say about that, and they'll try to keep the ball out of his hands. My goodness. .31 for Tanner Bone. Averages 5 points a game. Before this game, I was talking to Kevin Anderson about last year's win over Bear River, and he said Cordell Welch went off for 32 points. And that really helped us win. I'm not sure if I have somebody that can go for 31 this year. Well, he does. Tanner Bone's gone for 31. Mount Crest had 3 shots at that. Lefevre keeping it alive on the offensive boards. Fonsbeck brings it across. Fonsbeck loses it. Overtime. Fonsbeck brought it all the way down, was heading right down the middle of the lane. And just as he got inside the free throw line, he looked like he was going to have a nice little pull-up jumper, and I don't know if somebody stuck their hand in there and knocked it away or if he just lost control and he was never able to get the ball up to raise up. He would have had a great look. And we go to overtime in Hiram, a 4-minute overtime period, as the Mustangs fight back and erase an 8-point deficit in the last couple of minutes. 3 3-pointers for the Mustangs there in the third quarter. The three ball has been kind to them. Only 3 3-pointers. Well, let's check that. There's a couple more. 5 3-pointers for the entire game for Bear River. They've been attacking the basket, and they've been rewarded with a pile of free throws, which you'd expect. You'd expect it to work that way. (22 for Huber, 31 for Tanner Bone. As they duel it out here in Hiram. 4 more minutes as Fonsbeck tips it back to Huber. Fonsbeck fires a 3, rims around and out. Litchford's there. Fonsbeck on the attack. Shut off baseline, they'll go to Litchford as he spins in. No basket. They're going to say on the floor, but Nethercott's done. Boy, every one of his fouls tonight has been him putting a hand on somebody as they've spun and made a move. It's hard when you're playing the post and you get called for hand checks all night. But they've called it the same way all night. Archibald's got to stay in there. It's Nethercott that's got 5 fouls that has to come sit down. So Nethercott fouls out. 8 points for Nethercott. Actually 10 as he sits down. Missed free throw by Litchford. Litchford hits 1 of 2. Bear River missed 5 free throws in that fourth quarter. They didn't miss in the second and the third and the first part of the fourth, and then they missed 5 late. Bone, 10? No. Rebound fought for, and it's Huber that has it. That would have been 10 3-pointers by Tanner Bone. 1 point Bear River lead with 3:15 to play. In overtime, Huber, down he goes. Willie stepped in to try to draw the charge, but he stepped in too late. Connor Willie with his second. And Huber to the line for 2. .23 for Huber. Right on his average. Makes it a 2-point lead for Bear River. Now trying to push it out to 3. Huber makes them both. 3 minutes to play in overtime. 75-72. Bear River. Andrus kicks it out to Willie. Andrus drives from the corner. Left hand layup good. Right hand layup from the left side. Andrus with 7. As the Mustangs keep scrapping. Bear River trying to put them away. Mountain Crest won't go away. Huber to the rim. Short. Litchford with the board. Turnaround short. Huber put back. And Huber's happy about it. He's got 26. 77-74. 2:25 to play in overtime. Bear River leads Mountain Crest. Great ball game here in Hiram. It's been back and forth all the way. Nine 3-pointers from Tanner Bone for Mountain Crest and 31 points. Huber with 26 of his own to lead Bear River. I don't know, in almost 30 years of doing this, I don't know that I've ever seen a player hit 9 3-pointers in a game. I'm positive I've never seen a player hit 10. We've done a lot of games in 30 years. And Tanner Bone has a chance to go double-digit 3-pointers. He and Huber kind of chatting to each other as they walk to the far corner. Fever just about loses it as Fonsbeck stuck his mitts in there. No hurry, plenty of time as Archibald picks up his dribble. Out to Willie, 2 minutes to play in overtime. 3-point lead for Bear River. Lefevre gets up inside, fouled, and it won't go. A chance at a 3-point play as there's Lefevre again, pressing the issue. 13 for Lefevre. For Lish, his 4th. And Lefevre with a couple of big free throws. We're just under 2 minutes to play in overtime. Lefevre makes the first. Payne takes a seat. Giles comes back in. 14 for Lefevre. Misses the second. Rebound, fought for, and Lish comes up with it. We're stuck on the score that was the final last time these two teams played here in Hiram. 77-75, except for that time it was Mountain Crest that had 77 points. Bear River hangs on to the ball with a 2-point lead. And Archibald says, me? Wasn't even trying to foul that time. That's his 4th. And Litchford goes to the line. He's 2 of 5 in the 4th quarter and overtime from the free throw line. And calmly sinks that one. He's got 15. Missed it short. 15 for Litchford, still a 3-point lead for Bear River. Mountain Crest still breathing as we're under a minute and a half to play in overtime. They've got Huber shadowing Bone wherever he goes. They run him off a couple of picks. Lefevre to the rim, won't go, rebound Huber. And now Bear River gonna try to slam the door on the Mustangs for good. Foul on Andrus with 1:01 on the clock. Fonsbeck will go to the line. He's hit 3 straight free throws.
Foul on number 23, Miles Andrus.
He's 9 of 12 from the free throw line. He hits the first. 8 free throws here in this overtime period for Bear River as Mountain Crest has had to foul. Four-point game. Archibald in the corner, rims around and out. Archibald hit the deck looking for a foul call. I think he fell down on his own, and the officials have the same opinion as Andrus is fouled out. Udy will come in for him. With 49 seconds to play in overtime, Bear River's up by 4. As the great Hot Rod Unley said, looking to close the old refrigerator door on the Mustangs. How tough is that? Giles, I don't think he's put up a shot since the second quarter. He had a free throw and a bucket in the second quarter. He stands up there in overtime and hits the first free throw and hits the second. 81-75. Bear River, 6-point lead. Udy, three from the corner, too hard. Rebounded by Giles. Huber's got it. And a foul on Archibald, and Archibald's not happy. Udy kind of fell down, and Archibald thought it should be a travel. And Archibald fouls out, so the third Mustang to foul out. That is 5, 10, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 fouls called on Mountain Crest tonight. 14 on Bear River. As Huber misses. That's rare. In fact, that's his first miss from the line tonight. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 free throws without a miss for Huber. But Bear River's been attacking. Mountain Crest has had to foul because they've been behind. And that's really why you've got such a wide disparity in free throws and fouls. And there's a little bump out front. Lefevre will go to the line for two. This will be free throws number 9 and 10. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 and 8 for Lefevre. He's 4 of 6. He misses this one with his team down by 7 in 26 seconds to play in overtime. It's been a good ball game. Mountain Crest is scrapped. They forced it into overtime. Tanner Bone has 9 3-pointers. As this one's still free. Tanner Bone has 9 3-pointers. But Bear River has successfully kept the ball out of his hands in this fourth quarter. He hasn't gotten the ball thrown to him, let alone having a look at a shot. As Huber has just crawled in his jersey with him. On the jump ball, Mountain Crest retains possession. Inbounds they go to Lefevre. 3 on the way, rims around and out. 7-point lead with 10 seconds to go for Bear River, and they're going to survive in overtime as Litchford gets the bucket. So Bear River is going to escape from Mountain Crest with an 84-75 win. The Mustangs put up a good fight. 9 3-pointers and 31 points for Tanner Bone. But Mark Huber doing it with 30 points of his own for Bear River. We hope you enjoyed the game of the week. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.